What's up, you guys? It's your boy Next back with another video. Today I got a good one for you guys. So it's this channel called Manosphere Highlights. I like his channel a lot. I seen a few of his videos, and I think a lot of them are very motivational to me as a man. So this particular video is about why men are not approaching women right now. So I could say my thoughts right now, but I want to react to this video because I know it's gonna be good. I gotta just show y'all, bro. I can't wait to see what he says, because I know all his videos be pure gold. This is the video right here. Subscribe to his channel. Let's get his channel to, he almost at 200k. Let's get bro to 200k. You feel me? So let's get right into the video. Let's see.
Men are no longer approaching.
That's the funny thing is that they don't. I have gotten approached at a party maybe twice since being here.
So why should a woman approach a man?
Men are afraid to do and say the wrong thing in today's post-movement era, which is a big issue.
I mean, he was probably 30 feet from me when he said, "Excuse me, ma'am," and I turned around and I literally...
Oh yeah, I seen this video. So basically, sorry for pausing, but this video, so the woman, she hopped on TikTok. So she was in a parking lot. She just went shopping or whatever, and some guy wanted to holler at her. Rightfully so. She a beautiful woman. So he was like, "Excuse me, ma'am," and she was like, "Do not approach me. Do not approach me." You feel me? And as a man, like bro, I'm just gonna let the video play and I'm gonna say my thoughts. But yeah, I can't wait to talk about this.
Yelled at him and I said, "Do not approach me. Do not approach me. Do not approach me."
That shit. That's why, like, bro. Cold approaching in 2023 is dead. Don't be cold. Only time you should cold approach a girl if she's giving you that energy. And as men, you know the type of energy I'm talking about. Like the other day, maybe like 3 weeks ago, I went to a pizza shop and there was this girl. She was being mad extra. She wanted me to approach her, and I didn't like cold. Well, I guess I did. You feel me? I basically was like, "You can have my IG." I said it exactly like that. That's the only thing I said. I was like, "You can add me on IG." She was like, "Okay," and we followed each other on IG. I haven't texted her. She haven't texted me because I'm not really interested. But maybe one day.
Have you ever heard someone say, if you don't change your approach, you will never change your results? Or stay committed to your decisions, but stay flexible in your approach. Or your approach is everything. Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Have you ever heard a woman say something like this?
That's the funny thing is that they don't. I have gotten approached at a party maybe twice since being here. Men don't approach us here.
First of all, approaching at parties is like, it's a L for a lot of guys. I'm gonna give you an example. So in 2020, when I first moved back to New York, this is like, in New York, we was locked down, but we weren't locked down. People was still partying, doing stuff. So I went to a party. Everybody had on masks at the time, of course, except for sometimes we took it off. But basically, I went to a party with 4 guys. But one of them, my cousin Just, he met us there. So we get to the party, is me, my friend Chris, and my friend Trey. So Trey, I'm gonna be honest, he a fat guy, you feel me? He good people, that's my bro, you feel me? But he a fat guy, and I'm a man, and I'm comfortable with my sexuality. Man, we could tell if another man's handsome without it being like some sus stuff, you feel me? So I could tell my bro is handsome, you feel me? He a fat guy, he gets fresh, always got on some good kicks, a nice fit. So basically, it was this fine Indian girl, you feel me? She was dancing, she was chilling with us, smoking with us, So he tried to dance with her. She was like, nigga. And that was it at first. So he was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna give up, bro. I'm not gonna get up. I'm bad. I mean, she bad. I want her." So maybe like an hour later, he walked down on her. He was like, "Yo, look, I think you beautiful." He tried to be as polite and be a gentleman. You know what she did, bro? She roasted him in front of the whole party. Like, he literally left. Like, it was so awkward. So basically, when he tried to make his move on her, she was like, nigga, you ugly as fuck. You fat. What the fuck? Like, why would you even think? Like, she really went in on him. And even like the whole party, like, people was laughing at him. Like, I don't mean to laugh because this is wrong. I would hate for this to happen to me. But it was terrible. Like, she didn't have to reject that man like that. One thing that I seen online, it was the Spanish girl talking about talking about this. She was like, if a man holler at her and she's not interested, she don't go crazy and like go off on him, disrespecting him. She basically like just she'll reject him kindly, like, no, I'm not interested, you have a good day. I respect that, but I don't cold approach no girls. Like, only time I holler at a girl if she's giving me that energy. I learned that from Steph is Cold. Only fuck with women that wanna fuck with you.
Which, you know, I find funny because there's so many beautiful women here in Isla Vista.
Honestly think that might be the problem.
Yeah, there's so many of us here.
That was a time that it was considered shocking to hear a woman say that she wasn't approached by men. However, in today's society, it has become increasingly common and maybe even the norm. The phenomenon of men not approaching women holds a profound significance, shaped by a multitude of factors that contribute to its occurrence. This video clip of the Whatever podcast is going to be the foundation of our presentation, because almost everything you need to know about why men are not approaching.
Hey, do you guys want me to like get a bunch of girls, like sit down and ask them questions? I've been thinking about doing that. I might do that.
Women is on that panel. So in this presentation, we will dive into the complexity behind this social shift, explore the underlying reasons and their collective impact on modern interpersonal dynamics. We're going to break this video down in 3 chapters. Traditional gender roles, the law of cause and effect, the unattractive and unapproachable woman.
Oh shit, the unattractive and unapproachable woman. They ain't gonna like that one. I don't know what he gonna say, but I know they ain't gonna like
and
it.
And the danger of approaching women.
And it is dangerous. Another thing that I've been seeing online in the workplace. Another reason why, like, back then, like, even nowadays, people like, I done dated plenty of girls that I done met at jobs, you feel me? But as a man, you're honestly, when you approach a girl in the workplace, you're in danger, because she could say it's sexual harassment, even if it's not really sexual harassment. I see sexual harassment as this: if I ask you for your number or try to holler at you and you reject me and I keep on trying, I get that. Or if I'm touching you and you don't want me to touch you, and you feel me, I see stuff like that, extreme stuff like that, as sexual harassment. If I just like try to holler at you kindly as a gentleman and you decline and I leave it alone, I did not sexually harass you. But you still could get booked with a sexual harassment charge just for like trying to shoot your shot. So nowadays it don't even feel like it's honestly not worth it. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. That's one thing that this channel be saying a lot.
Popcorn, because this is one of those long MHD videos. Patreon supporters, salute! You will get the original video. For YouTube, we got the YouTube friendly version. Now it's time for us to get into this and do what we gotta do, because we men, ain't we? We men, ain't we?
I like that part of his video too. That's cool. Traditional gender roles.
How do you ask for a date? What about this?
Ian? Well, how about a date? Well, I mean...
Well, really? No thanks, Woody.
Opera GX
Oh
is the
my
best
God,
browser
YouTube
in
with
the
the
entire
ads.
world. I've
Don't
said that a million
start
times
YouTube.
now. I made the switch from Chrome to...
The 1950s held on to traditional gender roles, where men were expected to take the initiative and plan dates, while women were expected to be receptive and polite. Men were the ones who asked women out and picked them up for the date.
I do like how this is obviously probably a skit for, well, not a skit because this is way back then, but it probably was like a movie or something. But I like how the woman, she just politely just was like, no thank you, and hung up, you feel me? Nowadays, you ask a girl out, especially if you do it nervously like he did, you gonna get roasted like my friend did.
With the progress of gender equality and changing societal norms, traditional gender roles have been challenged. But in today's society, women still expect men to take on these traditional roles. They expect men to take the initiative, plan dates, and pay for these dates.
Leads me to my second point. This is me backwards for you guys. Make plans. Make a plan. Do not assume that you can text somebody randomly in the middle of the day, what are you doing? Or text them at midnight or 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. or even just within hours of when you actually want to see them and think that they're going to be available. I personally, once I get home and I take my makeup off and I'm watching TV, I'm no longer interested. So if you didn't make a plan earlier in the day, or better yet, a day or 2 or 3 in advance, I'm not interested. I don't want to hang out anymore because that ship has sailed.
I get it, like planning stuff in advance. What day are you free? Like every date that I have went on in my adult years, I didn't just do it that day. Well, not everyone, because like different situations I've been in, but most dates, especially when I'm just meeting a girl, I plan it. Yo, if she works, what day you off work? What day are you free? Are you free Saturday? Let's go at 8 a.m. Saturday. And also, men, a tip that I would give men when it comes down to going to dates: show initiative. What I mean by that is be like, this is the time, this is the set place, period. Like,
but I would not be like, here's a drink for me and you. Absolutely not, no. As a man, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. So I'm not supposed to be out here searching and hunting and, you know, where's a man, where's a relationship?
Don't do that. We're not going to the Bible. Don't do that.
I'm a very independent woman. And like, I can't even accept gifts. I pay for my own shit. But when it comes to dates, I feel like I'm not taking them out on a date. They are taking me out on a date. So they are taking me for my time, you know?
See, that's another thing that I hate about dating in this modern society. So like, these women be feeling like they just the bee's knees, you feel me? Like, if we're going on a date, yes, I'm taking you out, but guess who time is also being used? Mine. It's an equal transaction. As a man, I do think that you should pay for the first date. You just should. Like, it's just what you do. Every day I ever took a girl on, I always take them out. I always pay, no questions asked. Even for the ones where the woman offered to pay, I still would be like, nah, I got it. You feel me? But you're not gonna act like you're the celebrity. You feel me? Like, oh, I decided to give you some time. Like, this is not a pity party. If you don't want to go out with me, just say that. There's plenty of fish in the sea.
Yeah. So I expect them to pay, and like maybe that's just my old traditional thoughts, like them being gentlemen. Like, I like them when they get the seat out, make sure like they open the door for me, you know, all that stuff. Like, paying is a part of it.
I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
Because yes, I mean I work every day pretty much.
This is where challenges arise, because men are often still expected to conform to traditional gender roles in dating, while women have increasingly come to see these roles as limiting and restricting, hindering personal growth and reinforcing unequal power dynamics. Look at this example of the dynamics of dating in the 1950s.
Besides, what's happened between you and Marie?
Between me and Marie? What?
Jeff, Marie is my friend. Besides, everybody knows you two are going steady. Don't try to pretend.
Going steady.
Going steady? Me? Well, thanks anyway, Diane.
He just gave up. He was like, going steady, girl, man.
Steady was a cultural norm of the time, emphasizing loyalty, fidelity.
Hold on, I'm gonna go back a little bit.
Cultural norm of the time.
Thanks anyway, Diane.
Going steady was a cultural norm of the time, emphasizing loyalty, fidelity, and the development of emotional intimacy between two people. It was seen as a step towards a more serious and potentially long life partnership, leading to engagement and marriage in many cases. What also played a significant role was the public acknowledgement and recognition of the relationship. The community knew what was going on. Now look what's happening in today's society.
So right now, kind of like talking situationship. I'm in a really serious situationship right now.
I mean, yeah, I have here and there, but again, not really. It's getting over a recent breakup and stuff. Like, I haven't really been putting myself out there.
Has there been a rebound?
There was like one person I was seeing for like a very short period of time, but I don't really talk to them anymore.
And what about you? Any hookups here and there? Or
A
just
couple,
kinda,
yeah, a couple here and there. Nothing super serious, but
other ones.
I mean, there's like 3.
See, that'd be the problem. I just talked about that. I just filmed a video right before this about why you shouldn't be dating right now. And I talked about how these girls be building like rotations. You see, she was like 3. I bet one nigga is for money, one nigga is probably for free food, and another nigga for sex. It's
sneaky links.
I mean, I guess I just have like one. He's just like always there, I guess. He like is my neighbor, so I can just walk over to his room.
Oh, that's the best.
yeah,
that's the best.
One as well.
Watch out for the neighbors.
Yeah.
And work husbands.
How about you?
And male best friends.
I wouldn't like say I have any sneaky links because like
hey, fuck that male best friend shit.
Sneaky links are just like casual hookups, so.
And you don't do casual hookups, right?
Currently 1.
None. I don't do casual hookups.
Luke?
I have 1.
Damn.
So Bespoke Post, they just send you a cool box every month.
Whoa. YouTube with the ads. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna get YouTube Premium.
Situationships, hookups, sneaky links, F-buddies. In a situationship, 2 people may spend a significant amount of time together, engage in activities typically associated with dating or being in a relationship. And there may even be emotional or physical intimacy. However, unlike a traditional relationship, a situationship lacks the explicit commitment, exclusivity, or clarity regarding the future. Take a look at this graph. In the 1950s, women typically married at the age of 20. Many young women married shortly after finishing high school or in their early 20s. This early age of marriage was influenced by societal norms, expectations, and traditional gender roles that emphasize marriage and starting a family as important milestones, while men generally married around the age of 23. Men often pursued education or established themselves professionally before getting married.
Yeah, I think that men should continue to do that. Establish yourself first, get your stuff together, and then get a girl and get married.
However, as depicted on this graph, the average age of marriage has steadily increased over the past 7 decades for both men and women, indicating significant shifts in societal norms and personal choices regarding the timing of marriage. In the 1950s, women left the dating market at a young age. By contrast, in today's society, women prefer an open dating market, still dating past their prime. That's why when women in general say they are not approached by men, it's important to consider the context and complexity of this claim. When a woman says she's not approached by men, it doesn't necessarily mean men do not approach her.
No, me and my friends, like, we never really get approached at parties.
I think I get what he's saying. I'm gonna stop pausing like too much in this video, but I think what he's saying is, so have you ever like seen those videos of girls online, or maybe talk to a girl in person and y'all was talking about like people y'all had sex with in the past? A thing that I see a lot of these women do, the guy that they mad at or just wasn't that attracted to, they don't count. Like there's a girl, I had a one night stand in the very beginning of this year. It's not nothing to brag about. One night stands is just something that happens in life sometimes. Basically, I'm sure like the girl went back to her ex-boyfriend. So I'm sure one, the ex-boyfriend never knew about me, which I don't care. And 2, I'm sure that like if her boyfriend asks about have you had sex with anybody, she's gonna say no. She's not counting me because we wasn't together for a long time. You feel me? They don't count the men that didn't commit to them or they didn't like that. You feel what I'm trying to say?
And the men who do come up and talk to us, they're
You've been approached only twice.
I mean maybe. That I can.
I mean, you can have conversation.
So she was approached, and of course, she was not interested in these guys. That brings us to the next chapter.
Law of cause and effect.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus,
that's no.
This is just the reality.
That clip be so funny.
Of it. So women, if he owns it. If he owns the bus,
That's the problem.
This is just the reality of it. So women, we're more educated now, and I think that we're furthering our education. So with that being said, we're going to hold off on the baby making. We're going to hold off until we get that great job, really career driven. And I don't think there's anything wrong with hoping that there's someone either on your level or higher than you.
I feel like I've been feeling really like I'm in my own bubble and like nobody knows I exist.
Backstory: she's a stripper. I seen a video about her a minute ago.
And like obviously I do have like my internet friends and everything, but like in the real world I feel like I don't have anybody right now.
Social media has and will always have a more negative impact on my mental health.
It was detrimental to the way I viewed myself, the way I looked at my friends.
I was actually diagnosed with depression around age 14. I have personally been diagnosed with both depression and anxiety.
The law of cause and effect, also known as causality, is a fundamental principle in philosophy, science, and everyday reasoning. It states that every event or phenomenon has a cause, and every cause produces an effect. In other words, for every effect, there is a prior cause or causes that caused the effect. For
Oh my God, YouTube.
Over and
Terrible.
over again.
I'm sorry,
You were
guys.
promised the world.
this presentation, we're going to highlight a few causes. Check this out.
The feminist movement and the sexual revolution were two radically different movements. The feminist movement was fighting for equal opportunity for women in education and the workforce. The sexual revolution was fighting for all sorts of sexual freedoms. Cosmo, we pretended that this sexual revolution was a freedom for women. It actually was not. It was actually kind of a slavery. But we pretended it was freedom for women. And over time, as the sexual revolution and the women's movement got identified closer and closer together, a lot of women began to buy into that illusion.
This is Sue Ellen Browder, a former Cosmo writer for 20 years. She came clean about the lies she sold to help Cosmopolitan convince women that sexual liberation was the key to happiness and success. In the 1960s, there were numerous underlying causes that contributed to the effects we see today. The birth control pill was also approved during that time, and women gained more control over their bodies and sexuality during the 1960s. Women could have sex without risk of pregnancy, contributing to these situationships and hookups. But it is the mindset behind their actions that keeps men from approaching them. Check this out.
When a young woman, an insecure young woman, reads these magazines and thinks that she has to have perfume, cosmetics, hair products, beautiful clothes, singles travel, abortions, contraception. When she thinks she has to have all of these things, she's going to spend a lot of money. What these magazines are doing, and what now the internet and everywhere, turning a woman into a commodity. She's got this picture of herself on herself. It's all about me. If you can convince a woman that everything is about her, then she has to buy a whole bunch of stuff to make herself so wonderful. If inside she knows who she is, she doesn't need all that stuff.
This is pure gold. This is exactly why we highlight movies and TV shows from a red pill perspective. So you can see the programming, the quote-unquote "it's all about her" narrative. They do a great job feeding women this selfish mindset. If everything revolves around her and she prioritizes shining like a star and acquiring materialistic possessions, what type of man do you think aligns with this selfish, narcissistic mindset? It's not average Joe. So if a woman says she's not approached, she means she's not approached by the men she wants. The men who boost her ego, who inflate the sense of self-importance.
See, the other guys don't count.
That's why she cannot date a bus driver, an average Joe.
I assume you've had successes in helping men get better with women and find girlfriends, wives, so on and so forth. What would you say has been the most effective thing in your coaching of these men to help them cross that threshold?
I've helped people a lot with dating profiles. Their dating profiles are trash. Women look at a profile for a significant
first photo.
Yeah, facts, guys. If you are on like Tinder, Bumble, you gotta have like crispy pictures of yourself. I'm not saying you need 1 million, but you need a few. Like, invest in a photo shoot, guys. Like, if you want to go down that road, I don't really get on Tinder no more. Not saying I won't ever do that. Just right now, I told you I'm in a season of isolation, bettering myself, so I'm not doing that right now. But invest in a photo shoot. Like, having a photo shoot for yourself, I promise you, get yourself some nice fits. I promise you it will help you when it come down to this topic.
Yeah, like that's it. And their profile for a significant
first photo.
Yeah, like that's it, and they're done. They'll find the smallest ick.
One thing that Steph Cole said in the video that honestly opened my eyes is, as a guy, when we meet a girl, she might not be everything you might want in a girl. She might not be a dream girl, but we're still looking for ways to qualify her. You're like, oh, maybe she don't look as good as I would want my girl to look, but she's kind. She still is cute. She's kind. She could cook. She could do this, that. She's wonderful. You feel me? But as a woman, these women, they're looking for a reason to disqualify you. Like, especially on these dating apps, they looking like, he only 5'7". He don't look. He just look lame. He look like a nice guy. I don't like his car. I don't like how he wears his hat. Whatever, you feel me? They're looking for reasons to disqualify you. I like what she said right there.
Yeah, like that's it, and they're done. They'll find the smallest ick. Basically, it's making the man look more successful.
What do you believe is the effect when the majority of men consistently face rejection from women? It can have various effects, but in the context of this presentation, they may be less likely to approach women or engage in romantic pursuits, fearing further rejection. Let's take it a step further.
Oh my God, this is like the 5th ad. Like, somebody count the ads.
You're not ready.
The unattractive and unapproachable woman.
Men don't approach us here. Which, I find funny because there's so many beautiful women here in Isla Vista.
Honestly think that might be the problem.
Yeah, there's so many of us here. But
all of my friends are attractive. All of my friends are successful. All of my friends have something going on. Almost every single one of them have an issue with men.
When engaging in these discussions, there's often a tendency to overlook men's preferences, as modern Western women tend to place blame solely on men. We frequently encounter statements like, "Where did all the good men go? Men need to man up. Men are intimidated. Men are superficial. And men can't handle a strong and independent woman." To make a long story short, it's all men's fault. But that's far from the truth. A plausible reason why men choose not to approach women is that they may not be attracted to them. It's important to recognize that attraction is not a choice. And in many cases, men's preferences are influenced by biological factors. This brings us to the first unattractive woman.
I would say at around the age of 45, I started noticing that the way I was perceived was slightly different than what I had become used to. And then I would put photos of myself in bikinis. All of a sudden I started getting the influx of, "Are you a little desperate there, Grandma? How about you cover up and spare us the look of your poor aging body?"
Emotional damage.
I was sort of getting relinquished to the invisible women category.
The first unattractive woman is the woman that hit the wall. Paulina Poroskova is the perfect example for this, because she used to be a supermodel and she aged very well. But this says a lot about the wall. The wall is undefeated. Even the most physically attractive women that walk the earth can't beat it. Once upon a time, she was invincible, and now she is invisible. Men in general are attracted to younger women, and dating platform Zoosk surveyed their 40+ million members about who date younger women. Here's what they found. 60% of men are attracted to younger women. Half of them prefer 1 to 4 years younger. 27% 5 to 9 years younger, and 22% 10 plus years younger.
10 years.
27% are attracted to older women, defined as 1 to 4 years older. 13% prefer the same age. In short, the majority of single men prefer women within 10 years of their own age.
Have you ever dated a plus size woman?
No.
Was it their weight that stopped it, or just you guys just weren't compatible?
So my look is like, I don't know, I'm very chic, and it's cute and it's comfy, and I don't have to worry about tugging anything all day.
The second unattractive woman is the woman that's overweight.
Yo, I know the ladies gonna hate this video.
Fat, obese. Take a look at this graph.
Alright, so I'm not even gonna say nothing. Let's get into the video.
Overweight and obesity stats. Asian women are killing it. Black women are destroying it. And it's interesting because we reviewed the Swirler book called How to Be Irresistible to White Men. Irresistible Dating Secrets of Asian Women, Black Women Who Swirl Should Know. And this is one of the things that's in this book.
The men at the top of their financial and physical game will prefer you to be in good shape, slender and toned, and won't give you the time of day if you are grossly overweight or obese.
Don't get it twisted. The invisible woman and the fat woman still get approached. Maybe not on the streets, but definitely online.
Yeah.
And like most women, they don't want these guys.
So what remains?
So remember, I just did a video talking about Kevin Samuels, and one thing I said in these videos is it'll be a woman, she'll be a 5 out of 10, a 6 out of 10 at best, but she'll still think she's a 10, and she'll think she qualifies for freaking some super handsome, super successful guy. Let's use somebody, Brad Pitt. She'll think she qualifies for Brad Pitt, and she'll look at the guy that's around her range. I'm settling. I will not settle for him. No, that's your equivalent. You're not settling.
Are all the ones that nobody...
Guys.
So what remains are all the ones that nobody else wants.
Oops.
The guys that they want are the men at the top, and these guys are not looking for old and fat women.
I can honestly say, I'll speak for myself because I don't want to speak for everybody, but I never thought about it. I never thought about how men feel. I never thought about, biologically speaking, what makes sense. I never thought about how in marriage, you know, especially if the man makes more, that it's kind of a shitty contract on their end. I know business. That doesn't make sense, you know?
Immediately.
Hey, Brittany Renner just told the truth. Like, bro, if you get into a marriage, let's look at Steve Harvey right now. He said all that stuff. He was popping all that stuff about the red pill. You feel me? His wife, she smashed the bodyguard that he paid for her to keep his wife safe, rightfully so. She was smashing the bodyguard. When she got caught smashing the bodyguard, she filed for divorce against him and demanded $300 million. She don't work. She don't do nothing. How do you demand $300 million out of a man money because you decided to leave? The system is rigged. That's why a lot of men are like, why in this day and age, like, why would I marry you? To lose all my resources for you to leave me?
Immediately after it was
pay alimony for the rest of my life?
Released.
Shitty contract on their end. I know business. That doesn't make sense, you know?
Immediately after it was released, it shattered my entire world. The reason I thought it was okay for me to do was because I thought no one would ever find out about it. There's millions of girls who film themselves having sex and do things like that, and no one knows their name, no one knows who they are, no one recognizes them. So I wanted to do it as my dirty little secret, but it blew up in my face.
The third unattractive woman is the pariah. Mia Khalifa and Brittany Renner are good examples. If you didn't know them, and I would show you their pictures, the majority of you guys would not say these women are unattractive, because they are not unattractive because of their physical appearance. In fact, it's their combination of physical appearance and charisma that makes them attractive and captivating to watch. A pariah is an individual who is socially ostracized or shunned by the community, usually as a result of their actions or perceived transgressions. Mia Khalifa became famous because of prawn. Brittany Renner became one of the first big Instagram models, but she couldn't keep her mouth shut.
I want to know my body count. I don't know why in like 2018 that's any of your business or why it matters. But 24, 11 athletes. Woo!
So who seen the video of her at Club Shay Shay, and she basically said, I'm not dissing her, by the way, I don't know her to diss her, that's stupid. What I'm saying is, in the Club Shay Shay podcast, she was like, my body count is expansive, impressive. It's 35. It's nothing expansive and impressive for a girl to sleep with a lot of men, because you're a beautiful woman. You can sleep with almost any man you want like that. You feel me? That doesn't mean these men are going to commit to you. There's nothing like, I would say there's no honor. I'm not saying in wifing her, but there's no honor in wifing a pariah. However you pronounce that word he just said, because especially when other men look at you, you want other men to respect you. And if a man knows that your woman is a freaking thought, or even if she's perceived as a thought, it looks bad on you. It's just an L. I'm just speaking facts. I'm not downing women or nothing. I'm just trying to speak the facts.
Entertainers. 8 regular guys. I've only 3 regular guys since I've been Instagram famous.
So because she effed with some millionaire, she wow, like, bro, you're not a man. That's not how it works. When a man, if I have sex with a supermodel, let's bring up a random supermodel, I don't even know no supermodel names. If I smash a supermodel and wife a supermodel that's not perceived as a hoe, other men are gonna look at me not with respect because of that, but with a hint of respect. Like, you ever seen like those memes online when a man bag a fine girl and the other men around him give him that nod of approval? Like, you feel me? There's honor, and there's a certain sort of like, whoa, as a man, because we conquer women. Yeah, women hate when men say that, but it's true. If a man pull a bad B and she's truly like a good, beautiful woman that a lot of other men want, it's a sense of pride. But as a woman, you get no pride for just being smashed by a bunch of dudes, no matter if they're billionaires, fighters, no matter who they are, because you're a woman, especially if you're really beautiful.
Because a lot of y'all run your mouths too much.
These women are unattractive because of the negative reputation they've built for themselves. Once again, it's not that a pariah is not approached, but it's the men that these women want that are not approaching them, because these men have standards. Being associated with women like Brittany Renner and Mia Khalifa in a romantic way will definitely hurt your reputation. Yeah. Remember, it takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. Warren Buffett. This brings us to the unapproachable woman.
And why men may not approach you is because you do not smile.
That you are not smiling.
Oh Lord.
You literally will not bust a smile to save your life. Smile.
Hell yeah. Whenever I see a girl and she just got the stank face, oh no, I don't care how beautiful you are. I don't even care if you giving me that sexual energy that you want me. Most of the time, I don't even want to, like, I'll be so exhausted with a lot of these females. I done dated plenty of girls with bad attitudes, so I'm done with the bad attitude girl. I get exactly what they saying. Smile, be nice.
That you are not smiling. You literally will not bust a smile to save your life.
Smiling. People want to be people that are happy.
That stuck up energy.
Put your goddamn phone away.
Hell
the most
yeah.
important thing here is to stay off of your damn phone.
Avoid looking at your phone. I know it may seem a little awkward, but simply looking around and engaging with your surroundings will make it easier for somebody else to approach you.
Put it away.
To say women lack game would be an understatement. It's understandable since women often receive.
Ain't nothing more refreshing as a man, like, to see a woman just happy, being kind, smiling like that. That it's so inspirational as a man, especially if that's your woman. If you have a woman and nobody's gonna be happy all the time. Life is hard, but if she's genuinely like a happy type of person, it motivates you. A loving type of woman, it motivates you to just give her the world.
Attention simply for their presence, which can hinder people, since women often receive attention simply for their presence, which can hinder the development of their game. Rejecting men is also part of being approached, and it's an essential skill that a lot of women lack. Cause and effect, remember? Listen to this.
Black women must learn the proper way to reject guys. With Asian women, there will be no loud, rude or embarrassing proclamations so that any other guy thinking of doing the same quickly retreats. The letdown is kind and gentle, almost as though they are embarrassed for the man, but at least he can walk away without his entire immediate surrounding knowing he has just struck out.
This is all.
What did I just say in the beginning of the video when I told the story about my friend? That is a perfect example. And the girl that I brought up, I believe she was half black. She was brown skinned, but even I consider Indian people black people. I don't know if other people do. I'm not sure about this racial dynamic, but I consider Indian girl, especially in Brooklyn. You feel me? You consider it black. Like you can say the N-word. Nobody's gonna check you. None of that. You feel me? She roasted, bro. Like took his whole dignity away in front of everybody. Like why she had to do that? She could have just been like, look, I'm not interested. Please stop asking me. Went about her day, and I guarantee you he wouldn't have tried again. But she literally embarrassed him in front of, like, it was like 70 people there on that rooftop in front of 70 boys and girls, bro. People laughing at him. Like he left like 5 minutes later. Like he kind of like when everybody started partying again, he kind of just like left like without anybody noticing, because he was like, nah, I just took a meanest L. I feel bad for bro, but this is perfect, bro. This is pure gold.
Also from the Schroeder book, okay?
Idiot surrounding knowing he has just struck out.
This is also from the Schroeder book, okay? Women are repeating what we've been saying for a very long time. It's interesting how some of these female dating coaches and matchmakers quit matchmaking for women because they are impossible to work with.
Fast, I done seen literally 7 different matchmaker female like dating coaches for women all quit because of the unrealistic standards. They're impossible to work with. I'm not saying this, these women said it.
Now before we go to the final chapter, I want you to hear this from the book as well. And I quote, if there was a man you were interested in and you saw him completely rip a woman to shreds for even thinking she was good enough to flirt with him, would you dare sign up to potentially receive similar abuse? Of course not. End quote. That brings us to the final chapter.
So like I didn't like that girl. I got her on Instagram to this day. You feel me? I know her. We smoked together a few times. I'm cool with her. But especially that day on the roof, I was not, even though I wanted to low key holler too, I was not gonna holler. Why her? Cause I didn't want her to give me the same treatment that she gave bro. I don't know if she into me, and she wasn't giving me that super like I want you energy. So I just was like, nah. And another thing about that I want you energy, before I continue with the video, a lot of these girls don't know how to shoot their shot. Some girls do, you feel me? Some girls are blunt. Some girls give you that super like those signals, but some girls, like, have you seen those memes where a girl be like, go shoot your shot, and she'll literally just walk past a guy and not even make eye contact? One thing that I consider myself handsome. No, I'm not super handsome, but I'm decently handsome, especially when I got a haircut, nice outfit, you feel me? One thing, if a girl really think you handsome and you actually get girls, she'll be a little bit intimidated by that, so she won't be as blunt with you. She'll probably just walk past you without looking. That's how she'll shoot her shot. It's crazy.
Of course not. End quote. And that brings us to the final chapter.
The danger. I was talking about that
For too long, women have not been heard or believed if they dared to speak their truth to the power of those men. But their time is up.
I tell them that we're stronger together, and that this is a movement of survivors and advocates doing things big and small every day.
Oh my God, YouTube, this is like the 10th ad. This is terrible.
My name is Squidward.
What the freak, Squidward?
Doing things big and small every day.
Explosive stories broken by the New York Times and New Yorker magazine within days of each other. A number of women in the United States speaking out for the very first time, accusing Harvey Weinstein, one of the world's most prominent film producers, of harassment and sexual assault. Days later, American actress Alyssa Milano asked her Twitter followers to respond with Me Too if they'd also experienced sexual harassment. That single tweet opened up the floodgates around the world.
So that's how the Me Too movement started. Oh.
The Me Too movement in 2017 raised awareness to numerous stories of sexual abuse of women in the workplace. And not only was the movement successful in exposing individuals like Harvey Weinstein, it even had an impact on public policy through the passage of laws to prevent harassment in the workplace. But like anything, the pendulum swings both ways. Despite its success, the Me Too movement promoted extreme slogans such as "Believe all women," and along with it created a climate of—
Bro, we can't believe all women. Look at the brick lady. She lied. Like, it's been confirmed that she lied, especially by the doctors and even the police people. It's been confirmed that she lied. So if we just gonna believe all women, that's a problem. Like, I'm not saying like sexual harassment don't happen. It definitely do. But there is a good amount of women that be lying about this too. If I holler at you and you reject me and I leave you alone, I did not just sexually harass you. But you could say that as a woman, and as a man, when it comes down to any like dating dynamic, you're guilty until proven innocent, which is the opposite of what is supposed to be in this country. You're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but you're guilty until proven innocent. So the world is automatically gonna shun you and mess up your life.
fear where innocent men were unfairly accused and reputations destroyed.
Did Johnny brutalize you? Ever?
And the most notable was the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case, where Heard wrote an op-ed alleging that she was a victim of abuse. And it wasn't until—
And she lied. Like, look at this. Believe all women though.
4 years after getting canceled from everything, when Depp won the defamation trial for the false allegations.
Again,
hey, Johnny Depp the GOAT.
From everything, when Depp won the defamation trial for the false allegations.
Again, the law of cause and effect occurs.
Has any woman come forward since? This is Me Too without any Me Too.
We have a big issue. We have a really big issue. 3.5 times more men say today that they will not go alone with a woman for dinner. 5 times more likely men not wanting to travel with women.
This is a big problem.
Facts, bro. Because a woman could say anything. I seen a video, and I'm sure some other people seen it. It was going around like last week, social media like crazy. It was this girl. I don't know what she do for a living, but she had a bunch of red hair, and she basically was like, she was dating a guy who had kids, and because he broke up with her, she lied and said he was beating on the kids and all types of stuff, and got his kids taken away. She got him fired from his job, and she admitted in front of the world on a podcast that she lied. But believe all women though.
Just heard this from Mike Pence. We laughed at it. We said it was absurd. And now if we're actually hearing this from business people, I am worried.
We wanted to cover the growing trend of false allegations, false accusations of sexual assault, that men just perhaps don't feel that it's worth the risk to approach a woman, ask her out because of this increasing trend that we're seeing.
Because more and more you're seeing that, for example, if a man touches a woman's hand or maybe just cold approaches.
Don't ever touch a girl while you trying to get her number. Don't ever touch her, bro. You risking your life, bro.
And ask her on a date. It's harassment. I'm being harassed. Just kind of an a very unjust accusation to say I'm being harassed. Obviously, if the man's asked her 10 times and she said, no, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, please leave me alone, and he keeps doing it, then that's when you get into harassment. But like the first time they come up and ask, or even another time, because some women like to be chased, all of this is just being wiped away.
The potential dangers men face when approaching women include the risk of being falsely accused, which can result in severe consequences such as jeopardizing their job, career, reputation, and even personal freedom, especially in a system where men are guilty until proven innocent.
These double standards in dating is so crazy. Like, let's bring up Will Smith. I'm a big fan of Will Smith, you feel me? And let's look at the stuff with him and Jada Pinkett. She had the entanglement with August Alsina, which we all know what the entanglement was. She was getting smashed by August Alsina, but she called it. She made up a word called it an entanglement, told the whole world in front of her husband's face, yeah, I cheated on him. And you seen his face? He had the face of like a dead man. You feel me? Like, she admitted that in front of the whole world. I guarantee you, if the roles were switched and Will Smith was the one who did that to her, his whole career life would be over, bro. He would be blackballed, everything. Like, it's these double standards is crazy, bro.
This is a new era where the notion of marrying early and staying together until death, like in the 1950s, is increasingly unlikely in the 2020s. Finding a young woman who has had limited sexual experiences with fewer than 3 partners is now a rarity. And it's important to clarify that this video focuses on the topic of
it's really damn near impossible.
Men not approaching women. So if men refuse to engage with the opposite sex, things are not looking too good. However, it's crucial to recognize that there are actions you can take to navigate this situation. Personally, I made the decision to take my talents overseas to a country that still upholds traditional values. While it requires effort, such as learning the language and adapting to a new culture, it can be a viable option. Of course, I understand that not everyone is able or willing to leave their current location. For those who prefer to stay in the Western world or cannot leave for various reasons, it's essential not to let life pass you by. As I've emphasized in other videos, you can find joy in many things in life, such as exploring new places, learning new skills, or making meaningful connections with others. Embrace the opportunities that come your way and find joy in each experience. Remember, we men, ain't we? See.
That was a great video. I ain't gonna lie. Subscribe to his channel, Manosphere Highlights Daily. That video was pure gold. Like, everything he was, it's crazy how the things I was talking about in the beginning of this video, he literally was confirming them in that video. Like, it's honestly cold approaching women this day and age is an L. You feel me? Like, you might get roasted, you might get accused of sexual assault. There's all types of bull crap that be going on in this world. I'm about to end this video right here because I know this video is long. I don't know how long, but I know it's long. If you like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel for more content, please. I'm trying to grow out here. Like the video, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts about what I was saying and what the guy was saying. Subscribe to his channel, please, because that video was honestly pure gold to me. I hope you guys have a good day and everything in your life goes well. Peace, y'all.